But going back into, my own path, I did have a little bit of a different path, before becoming a dentist. I am, still a professional musician. So I played the violin, and I started very early in my life, practicing the violin. And that brought me to, travel a lot, when I was, young teen into my, early 20s. I did travel a lot. And when I was 14, I actually moved to a city called Lübeck in Germany. I went to the music school. It's called Music Hochschule in Lübeck in Germany, and I spent a few months there. Then I went back to Brazil, and when I was 17, I got accepted into a actually master's program at Yale University. Even though I didn't have a college degree yet, I was accepted into that program, and I got a full scholarship. I got a stipend to come to the U.S. So this was all very adventurous to me. Getting accepted into one of the most famous institutions in the planet. Institutions that a lot of the previous U.S. presidents have gone through, and be able to do that, with a full scholarship, with a stipend, was really great. So I came to the U.S. and I lived in Connecticut for a couple of years. Then I had to go back to Brazil because of my scholarship. So it was part of a contract agreement that I would, spend a couple of years in Brazil after I graduated from the program. And that's exactly what happened. I went back to Brazil, and I was a faculty at the university, in my town, at the School of Music, and I got accepted into the dental program. I do come from a family of musicians and dentists, so that kind of, fit well, in the profile. And I did dental school in a town called Natal in Brazil. And after the dental program, by the end of the program, I got married to my wife, and we just, like you and your wife, it was like, okay, we gotta go somewhere. We gotta, let's experience the world and see what's out there. I always knew I wanted to come back to the U.S., but as a married couple now, I had to kind of make that decision together with my wife. So we decided to move here, just like a tryout, and see what would happen. I did a second master's in music that was in Los Angeles, California. At that same time, I got accepted as a faculty at the University of Southern California School of Dentistry at the operative department. So I was a volunteer faculty at that department for the same time that I was in California. And I had the chance to meet a lot of dentists. So a lot of faculty, a lot of foreign dentists. So that's when things started to, my vision started to open through, the process of how to become a dentist in the US. And I was very lucky to meet a lot of people that helped me guide myself through the process. After that time in California, I got accepted into my first residency. I did the path of revalidating my degree through an AEGD residency. And I went to the University of Connecticut. I got accepted into that program. And it was a 2-year-long program, which, made me eligible to practice, to take the boards exams and to practice in a few states. A lot of people ask me about, the boards, how hard they were and all that. Of course, I had the TOEFL already from before, but I didn't have any boards yet. So I did my national boards part 1, my national boards part 2, my theory part of the clinical exam, the rep, plus the clinical part. So I did all of those exams, which is the basic requirement for you to get the license, all of that within my residency time and in the period of 9 months. From the first exam to the last one, it took me 9 months. So that just, proves yourself that, it is possible. And at that point, I had my license already, but I decided that I wanted to specialize after that program. So I got accepted into the Harvard University Pediatric Dentistry program, which is a combined program with the Boston Children's Hospital. And I spent a couple of years in that program. I graduated in 2013 from that specialty program. And after that, I went back to Connecticut. I was a faculty for a brief period of time at the Department of Pediatric Dentistry before moving to Texas. I was in Texas in private practice, straight in private practice for almost 4 years. Then we decided to move somewhere that it wouldn't be so hot during the summers. Uh, and now we are enjoying the Michigan's winters. Really happy in the state. We are really happy with the way things turn out. Like you said before, there's a reason for everything. Everything fit at the end the way it's supposed to. And it's just, the ability for you to take control over your life in all aspects of your life. Not only being able to afford financially things that you want, but being able to live in a country that provides you with job security, with steady income, great educational opportunities, safety. It's just amazing. So everything comes down, for you, you know to have time to enjoy your life, to have time to spend with your family, for you to provide with your family, for you to have a decent work balance, and that's where we are right now. I think it was an amazing journey. I think that it was totally worth it. And I during the time that I was going through the whole process, I always knew this was going to be great, but this is even better than what I thought.